Welcome back, everybody. OMT Online Dynasty. We are back here for our game of the week of week number 12, our second to last full week of the season. Unfortunately, we don't really have a ton of conference drama. We've got a couple that there's still one spot in the conference championship to be determined. We'll focus more on that in week 13. But today we have got a fantastic game between Whoa Twice and the Sam Houston Bearcats with a K in his Hawaii run and shoot offense, a playbook I love to watch, against actually taking on a brand new user here in the Dynasty. Let me get his name pulled up here. A_T7091. A bit of a mouthful, but we'll figure out a good name for you. Who just joined the Dynasty yesterday and was able to actually get this game in before advance. He will be using North Texas and the Ohio State offense, still a personal favorite of mine. So this is a matchup between two playbooks I am super excited to see. I always like to watch the run and shoot, and I'm very curious to see how he is going to be using that Ohio State playbook. So that's going to be our main event. We're going to have some game breaks with Buffalo and Bowling Green, UAB Rice, Colorado State, New Mexico State. Thankfully, so we're recording this about a few hours before we advance onto week 13. It was looking pretty bleak for game of the week for now, but luckily at the last minute, the last night before advance, we had a few really good games. So let's go ahead. Let me just give a brief overview of what this Dynasty is for anybody who might be watching this for the first time. This is a 32 user online Dynasty. We've broken up into 4 conferences with 8 teams in each. Everybody has to be a group of 5, group of 6 team, rated 2 stars or below, at least at the start. Some are above that as of now. If you are interested in potentially joining the Dynasty, we just actually knocked 2 guys off the wait list, so it is down to 21, but it is all done through the Discord. Just tag me or just send me a DM. Let me know you want on that wait list. We do use the Discord for other things, so you just hopping in and joining isn't enough to tell me that you want on the wait list. You have to actually let me know. There are 21 people on it as of right now, but we have gone through, I think, 6 this season, so we do churn through them decently. So as long as you're on the wait list and have a little bit of patience, you can get a spot in here. All right, so before we hop into the actual gameplay, let's go check out the depth charts for Sam Houston in North Texas, starting with Whoa Twice and his Bearcats. So Sam Houston, he did just take them over before the transfer portal at the end of year 2, so a lot of work to do with the Sam Houston squad. Got him at 65 overall, a half star as of right now. But we've featured Sam Houston on the game of the week, I think once, maybe even twice before. Like, I'm a sucker for the Hawaii playbook, and we know there's some players on the squad, not many, but a few, kind of like what we saw with New Mexico State a couple weeks ago. Starting with our quarterback here, Judd Anderson, 85 overall, step up and on time. I see his 96 throw power, really good accuracies. Very solid quarterback at 6'6", 226 pounds. Definitely gonna be a pocket passer with that 71 speed, but still looks like he's gonna be able to make pretty much any throw we're hoping we are gonna need from him. At halfback, we have Devin Rice, 81 overall, 93 speed, 96 XL with some really good abilities. These some solid pieces of the Sam Houston squad, especially on offense. And Ashton Bethel Roman leading the way, the Roman Empire here for the wide receiver room. I think he's like 4th in the Heisman Trophy race as of right now. Our top 5 are actually all user teams, which is great. Utah State actually won the first 2 Heismans with his running backs. Not on the top 5 as of right now. It is actually, I mean, we can take a look here in a second. But yeah, Bubba Hampton and Ashton Bethel Roman, definitely the 2 receivers we got to watch out for here for Sam Houston, and a solid tight end with Caleb Presley, sure hands at 83 speed, 6'4". So a very solid looking offense. Their overalls might not be the highest, but their attributes and abilities are going to make up for that quite a bit. Now, defensively, it's tough. It's tough scenes. This is kind of what happens though. He jumped from, I want to say he was South Florida, then jumped to Sam Houston between the years 2 and 3. There's only so much you can do in that one transfer portal period. Seems like he mainly focused on offense. Seems like a pretty good decision, all things considered. We do have a gold grip breaker here at D tackle, but we'll see. The offense is definitely, it shows in the overall, it shows on the field that the offense was kind of the main focal point here for Sam Houston. The secondary, I mean, your top 2 corners aren't bad. They're a little short, decent speed though. And I remember though, I remember what's coming up next. Our strong safety. We actually moved a corner over here. Okay, because I think it was this Miles Benzinger at the beginning of the year. which was rough. So I don't hate moving this corner up here. He's still pretty small, but at least it gives you a little bit more speed up at that strong safety position. So that's how Sam Houston is looking. And now for the first time this year, let's go take a look at North Texas. And I'm just going to call you A, if that's all right. If you have something else you'd rather go by, let me know. I don't know if you even watch these, but if you do, let me know. We're North Texas, the mean green, 79 overall, 79 offense, 81 defense. This has been a user team since the beginning. Our previous North Texas coach just didn't have time anymore, had to step away. Totally understandable, totally happens. Luckily, that's what the wait list is for. So he's got a pretty solid squad here. Jacoby Robinson at quarterback with extender, 85 overall, 81 speed. Decent enough throw power, good accuracies, looks like a solid enough quarterback, all things considered. Halfbacks, of course, we do not have Caleb Hawkins. He's been jumping around kind of all over the place the last few years. But we do have Mackenzie McGill II, 5'9", 90 speed, 92 excel, and a solid enough backup there with Jaden Becks, sidestep and 360. Solid enough halfbacks, nobody really jumping off at the screen at you, but more than enough to get the job done. Jacaden Ferguson, our wide receiver 1, 94 speed, 6'2". Now we're talking a little bit. Another 91 speed here, Jaron Wheaton. So again, some solid pieces here on the offense. I really like the looks of this Jacaden Ferguson with that height, that speed, excel. Somebody definitely to keep our eye on throughout this game. Very solid tight end here too, 6'4", 85 speed, 85 overall, 82 speed. So another pretty solid offense, but when you compare the Sam Houston offense, maybe it's offensive line really driving up the overalls, but compare the Sam Houston offense to this North Texas offense, I don't think they look all that different. Sam Houston even, I think, has an advantage in the wide receiver room because that Bethel Roman is a freak. But the big difference we're going to see here is on defense. The 59 overall defense of Sam Houston, 81 overall defense of North Texas. We do get a pocket disruptor here at our right edge, defensive tackle, workhorse and hammer, of course. It's just always going to be some workhorse hammers. Really solid looking linebacker here with Burl, knockout bouncer, Robert, 85 speed. Missing a little bit here at Mike, but our Sam and Will. See, now I feel like this guy's got to be out here somewhere. Preston Rees, house call Robert, 87 speed. Maybe he has him in at a sub linebacker. We will have to check that. Corners, couple 91 speed, 6 foot, 5'9", so a little bit shorter, but solid enough cornerback room. Free safety, love the looks of this. Knockout, 6 foot tall, 93 speed junior. Jaden Smith, isn't Will Smith's son. I think he's actually, how old is Jaden Smith? Oh, I've always thought it's kind of weird that the son is named after the mom and the daughter is named after the dad. This is what Willow or Willa is the daughter's name, and Jaden is the son's name, and the mom's name is Jada. Weird actors, man. Weird people. Sub linebackers. No, we don't have Reese out there anywhere. That is kind of surprising. I feel like we're kind of wasting him as the backup Sam here. He's got to be on the field somewhere. So something for North Texas to potentially look at. So that is how the depth charts are set up. Good luck to Woe Twice. Good luck to our guy A. Welcome to the Dynasty. They put on a banger first game. This is a good welcoming party. Let's get to the game. It's a beautiful 58-degree night here in Denton, Texas. This is all going to be from Sam Houston's perspective. Woe Twice. This is going to be from his YouTube channel, WO2WICE, if you ever want to watch him play his games live. It's that on Twitch as well, but this is going to be his YouTube stream, so if something seems a little off perspective or dimensional, like I tried to make it as same as possible. Usually we use the Twitch VODs for this, but I think this is going to work totally fine. So we are going to see North Texas with the ball first here in that Ohio State offense. Really want to see some box offset weak because I really think that's a very good formation that not a lot of people use. We'll see if North Texas is going to bring that out at all. We go for the run out of spread Y slot. Safety comes flying on down there to make the big hit. 3rd and 3, tackle over cluster. Okay, so we're seeing some new things. I never really messed with this in the Ohio State playbook. Let's see, maybe it's something we like, maybe it's something we steal and end up using for ourselves. Because at a certain point, we are going to go back and start using like my favorite playbooks again, and Ohio State's definitely be one of them. Notre Dame, Michigan, all those types. So sneaky little RPO going out to the left there, barely enough to pick up the first down, but it is. That's Sean Guy on that completion, picking up, moving the sticks for North Texas. Yeah, I see. I always do that too. Forget to set that until they hit you with an RPO or a read option or something. Then, oh yeah, I should set my option stuff. Now a little bunch strong offset, of course, one of the best formations in the Ohio State playbook. A little Y trail going with the drag right underneath to Wheaton, picking up some good yardage there. That Y trail is a good play. Any drags coming out of a bunch, I feel like, are just so difficult. So difficult to pick up. And they've got some good trips in Ohio. So gosh, I love the Ohio State playbook. Man, I'm looking forward to using it again. So now 1st and 10, going to a little bit of trips here. Trips to the wide side, going back to that run right up the middle. Jaden Beck's finding some good room to get going, picking up 9 yards on that one. Already down to that Sam Houston 37. This is a very high scoring game. There's a lot of back and forth. Was a super. I'm very excited to get a little more in depth with this in this game. So we got a 3-down lineman set, motion the guy over on spread wide slot. What play was that? Is that like a designed little delay screen kind of thing over to the right to Wheaton? It is motion FL screen. See, we're seeing so much new things in this Ohio State playbook that I had never really called before. I liked the looks of that little screen there. Coming back out in our trips, that's Mackenzie McGill in the backfield this time with Jacoby Robinson. A little 4-down set now for Sam Houston. Let's see if they can figure something out here on the defensive side of things to slow down this mean green attack. Going back to the RPO. How in the world did that not get intercepted? I got to rewind this for just a second. What a great user play by Woe Twice. He's on that guy. He's watching that RPO. He flies down there. His guy even animates for that, and it goes straight through his hands and gets caught for a gain of 6. Tough break there for Sam Houston and what could have been a potential pick 6. Well, 43 was tumbling down to the ground. He might have picked it off and just gone down. But still, you feel like that one should be intercepted. Instead, it is a gain of 6 and a 2nd and 4 now for North Texas down to the 23-yard line. Going with a little read option. Good thing we set some of our read keys there. We are on Jacoby Robinson. He has got nowhere to go. 3rd and 4 now. Coming back out in bunch strong offset. You gotta wonder. So Ohio State, I don't think they have flood, and I know they don't have corner strike. They do have dagger, and they have some of the good runs out of here. So he's got the bunch to the short side. This could be Y trail, it could be dagger. Those would be my two thoughts here. Motioning that guy in, interesting. Okay. If we watch our guys, it is Y trail again. Stay down on that drag. Switch stick over there. Yeah. See those drags out a bunch. And what the real clue, as long as you watch the tight end, you can know between those two plays at least what it is. So when he goes out like that, it's Y trail, and we have to watch that drag. If he goes up, it's probably dagger. So like I said, they just don't have. That's my one gripe with the Ohio State playbook, is them not having corner strike, and I'm fairly confident they don't have flood, which you kind of need at least one of those to really mix in with the dagger and other play calls that are really good out of bunch strong offset. But I do like the spread formations that Ohio State offers as well, and it seems like North Texas does, because we have seen quite a few of the different spreads that Ohio State has. We've seen on this drive here. We'll see, it's been some screens and some runs. This time we're going play action. Doesn't really look like anywhere to go. Just check one down to the running back. Oh, he stepped out of bounds? Excuse me, brother? Oh, no, it's defensive hold. What? What? Dude, the penalties, they changed something. First, it was holding. You were getting holding all the time. Seems like that's tuned down a little bit recently, but now defensive holding. We got an unnecessary roughness in our user game the other day. I'd never seen that one before. Tough break there. Another tough break for Sam Houston. North Texas quickly takes advantage with the RPO and in for the touchdown. We shoulda, coulda had that interception on the RPO. That should have been a 3rd and 5. Instead, it's a touchdown for the Mean Green on their opening drive. Take us to our first game break of the day with Rice taking on UAB, another new-ish user now. Cosmic Selector and UAB has been around for a few weeks, utilizing the power game of Iowa, but it is going to be the Rice boys. Hold on a second. This isn't quite right. There we are. Like I said, it's a YouTube thing. We're figuring it out on the fly. But it's going to be Rice with the ball first here. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. We don't have Quentin Rampage Jackson anymore, but we don't even need him. Number 28 breaks that run all the way down to the sideline. UAB, the Dragons, are not going to catch him. They are just blowing smoke. Rice takes that in. for the touchdown, gets them up 7-0 early in that one. Now let's see if the Bearcats can answer back in this Hawaii offense, trying to go with a run right up the gut there and gets smoked. Oh my goodness, did he get popped on that one. There's going to be a 2nd and 10 now for Sam Houston, and I don't remember if I mentioned already, but we're going to do our usual, with these game of the weeks. We watch the whole first drive of each team, and then we start bouncing around, just picking out some more highlights and things, so these don't take an hour and a half. They're still taking way too long, but that's a me problem. I like to ramble like I am right this very second. So anyway, Sam Houston going with a little RPO out to the right there on 3rd and 5, and who else but the Roman Empire able to pick up that first down on the beautiful little RPO. Oh yeah, I was going to check the Heisman thing. I'm going to actually pull that up over here so we can talk about it in just a second. Now, 1st and 10 for Sam Houston, swinging our halfback over to the left there. Need a little bit better blocking from our slot receiver, but a great move put on there by Mr. Rice to at least pick up 4 in what should have been a gain of nothing. But yeah, Bethel Roman is currently 5th for the 2027 Heisman Trophy. We got Georgia State running back KJ Jackson in 1st place. Oh, looking for the big slot fade. Bethel Roman. A better ball, that's probably a touchdown, but Bethel Roman will get up, hold on to that ball through the contact, put your ones up, acknowledge your tribal chief, the Roman reigns, Roman Empire. What a play by Bethel Roman. That's why he's 5th in the Heisman Trophy race, I suppose. Go with a little play action, fakes out the user pretty nice, dump it down to Caleb Presley, Mr. Sunday Conversations himself, also able to break through a tackle. We're noticing some things. This North Texas defense is struggling a little bit to actually bring the ball carriers down, which is a problem. So going to high-low dig, sneak it right to Caleb Presley, right up the seam. Beautiful response drive there from Sam Houston. Ties this one back up at 7 apiece. And we'll go ahead and pick this up at the start of the 2nd quarter. Ball just about at midfield, a 2nd and 8. Sneaking one out of the backfield to Mr. McGill. He can't see a thing, much like Mr. Magoo, if you understand what I'm trying to go for there. But he is able to get open on that out route, runs right by the defender. And Sam Houston defense is going to struggle in match and man, you would have to imagine, with the depth chart that we saw. They're just not really going to have great speed. And I don't know. I don't trust these boys in match. We'll see if Sam Houston, if that's something they are going to try to stick to here a little bit. We go back to the read option. What a spin move. Jacoby Robinson. Both these defenses struggling to bring the other down. A beautiful spin there. So we do have, we had aggressive. So they were focused on the dive, which left Robinson open to keep that on the run. He makes the move, picks up 8 yards, puts North Texas into the red zone here. Ball at the 20-yard line. Dragging some people around. We're back in some spread here. Back to that screen. See, that time they were ready for it, though. Bring them down at a 3rd and inches. See what North Texas is going to cook up here. And some trio Y flex. Looks like some press man potentially on defense. We do just go for that run right up the middle. That is Jaden Becks. And he does pick up the big first down for the Mean Green, setting them up for a 1st and 10. Ball at the 14-yard line. Now, yes, box offset week. Love to see it. Now, what are we calling out of box offset week? There are a lot of good plays in here. There's a few I really, really like, but there's a lot of just in general good plays in box offset week. There's some good runs in here, a lot of good passes. If we're calling that verticals play, you'd have 4 wide open right away. We are not. Looks like another version of Y trail just out of box offset week is kind of what it looked like there. We're able to just take off with Jacoby Robinson, though, and pick up another 8. Really making some good plays with his legs here so far. Now we're going to box halfback strong. I'm not as big a fan on box halfback strong. I think offset week is a lot better, especially with the run plays, because in offset week, we're running towards where all the blockers are. In strong, we're running away from them, but it doesn't even matter. They try to shoot the gap, misaligned, finds the space. Mean Green in for the North Texas touchdown, putting them back up by 7, throwing us to a new game break with New Mexico State and Colorado State. A 0-0 ball game, 7 seconds left here in the 1st quarter. And look how this defense, just a little bit of a misalignment here from New Mexico State. I think we were just trying to do an adjustment, trying to probably put this guy in a deep half. Instead, he goes to a deep half to the left side, and Colorado State will take advantage of this. They do find the guy deep to the right, user trying to help out, but there's only so much we can do. We're one man guarding an entire prairie out there, and the Rams find the deep touchdown, puts them up 7-0 there at the end of the first quarter. Now, after just a couple quick strike plays, Sam Houston is already back on the North Texas side of the 50-yard line. I believe it was a pass to Bethel Roman, a run to Dunbar. Pressure coming through right up the gut, right at your face. Judd Dredd Anderson tries to get it off, unable to in time. Ball just falls to the ground. 2nd and 10 for the Bearcats. See, this is kind of the downfall of having... Oh, no, actually, it looked like that match. I was thinking A on that out route, but it looks like that guy actually matched down to that pretty well. But yeah, this is the downside of having such just a statuesque pocket passer like Judd Dredd. If we could get out and at least have some threat with the legs, gives the defense something else to think about. Unfortunately, we don't really have that, like North Texas does with Mr. Robinson. Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Classic song. So we are going with some choice routes. I have such a hard time trusting these choice routes oh my goodness, did we get away with one there. Now, to be fair, North Texas did get away with one on their opening touchdown drive, that RPO that should have been picked off. That one to Bethel Roman should have been picked off. The user was right there for it, just doesn't animate, goes right through his ear hole, finds Bethel Roman for the first down. Inside the red zone now, lose 2 yards on that run. The run defense of North Texas, we've been doing some things here. The second play of this drive was a good run for Sam Houston, but other than that, North Texas really not been allowing too much. We got a single high safety way in the back there. Looks like potentially some cover 3 match. We'll find it down. Was that Mr. Bean? I don't know who that was. Quite was on that catch. I was Mr. Bean. Jalen Bean, number 88, there for the catch. I like the looks of Alakazam on his little out route. Instead, we will go right over the middle. Number 17, Forrest Hewitt, run, Forrest, run, finds his way in for the Sam Houston touchdown. Back and forth, high-paced, high-octane matchup here. Now we have a game break of an American Conference matchup, Buffalo and Bowling Green, and really unfortunate series of events here. So Bowling Green has a 3rd and 11 at the 11-yard line, looking to punch one in here. Interception. Buffalo actually takes this back for 6, but the flag on the play is on 864 Gaming. His user on that gives a 1st and goal. We don't really do much on the 1st and goal, but on 2nd and goal, Bowling Green is going to take advantage of their second life here. Hits the RPO out to the left, ties that one up at 7 apiece. Just bad break there for the Buffalo Bulls. And now just past the 2-minute warning, North Texas right about at midfield, looking to take this lead into halftime. Who started with the ball? Couldn't tell you. Don't remember it all. Going back to that RPO, and this time the user defensive woe twice. That is not going through his user's hands. He flies down. Great user play there on that RPO, and watch this spike. Boom! Look out, press member. If you're a cameraman and you're standing right there, why are you sitting on your phone? That one's kind of on you. You take that ball right to the face. But pick 6, touchdown, Sam Houston. I mean, heck, let's throw one more game break in here. Why not? Colorado State and New Mexico State. We just saw Sam Houston with the pick 6 there to take a 7-point lead. How about New Mexico State with the pick and not just the pick? Look at the wiggles, finding the gap through the offense there. The pick 6 for New Mexico State, giving them a 7-point lead. 2.5 minutes right before half. Life imitates art. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Touchdown, Sam Houston. Both up by 7. North Texas looking to tie this one back up before halftime, down to a minute to go, but facing a 4th and 5 at Sam Houston's 45-yard line, and we're going to box offset week. Those motion verticals put a Texas route on that number 0. One of my favorite plays in the entire game. Let's see what North Texas is going to draw up out of here. Is this just going to be that Y trail type play? Again, it looks like it is going to be some man. It is Y trail. Goes for that comeback on the right. What a catch. What a catch by Mr. Wheaton. His 5th catch already here in the first half. It was some tight man coverage on that comeback route, but Wheaton goes up, grabs it, makes the play to keep the drive alive. 51 seconds left in the half. North Texas still with all 3 timeouts, so time not really a concern for us here. I mean, that was a good time to go in that man coverage. Looks like they actually stuck with him pretty well, but that was just a heck of a play by Wheaton. Then we hit a quick out route over there to our tight end, Ty Lockwood. So 39 seconds just outside the red zone, going to some box halfback strong. Okay. Now this formation I don't remember quite as well. I know I like offset weak better, so I'm curious to see what we're going to out of some halfback strong here. Going with the pass, little, yeah, what play is that? Ooh, that was a risky one. Oh, looks like we had a cloud or something over on the right there, was dropping back to try to make a play on that. We had the deep safety over there, but the ball just falls down incomplete. Trying to find one. Was that to our big boy tight end? Walker Lyons? Yeah, trying to find our guy, hoping he gets big and makes a play. Unfortunately, does not. But fortunately, he kind of turned into a defensive back and was able to swat that one down for us anyway. So now 2nd and 10, going with a little 5 wide. Some whip routes, a little out route kind of won on that. Not really. I mean, I did not expect Sam Houston's man coverage to be playing as well as it is, considering who we've got out there on the defensive side of the ball. But that's a couple times now we've seen that man really get sticky for Sam Houston. So now 3rd and 10, North Texas, ball on the left hash, 21-yard line, going back to our trio here. We're gonna try to sneak, get the trio to the wide side. Are we going back to, I mean, 3rd and 10 would be kind of a crazy time to go to an RPO. Yeah, no, it's not going to be an RPO. Just stay on that middle. Beautiful. Stay on that middle. Good defense there by Sam Houston. If it wasn't for that user defense, that guy was wide open. But whoa, twice sticks with him. Forces a field goal attempt here. I was wondering, I mean, some guys would definitely go for this. Shout out Western Kentucky. We know he goes for it on every 4th down. But the kick is up. The kick is good. That's going to make it a 4-point game. Let's see if anything else happens here before halftime. If Sam Houston has got any big plays in him. With a guy like Bethel Roman, you certainly could. Yeah, we do kind of just have to keep that as a run, I think. The defender was floating out there. And we are just going to take this to half, 21-17. What a half of ball, and we got a great second half coming up here as well. And it is Sam Houston starting with the ball. Got it to North Texas 47, but facing a 4th and 1 on the opening drive, going with the big man blitz. He's got time, but tries to force one into number 13, and the ball is intercepted, and we're taking that one back. Pick 6 for Sam Houston, pick 6 right back for North Texas. Goes with the big man blitz. Looks like he was just staying right underneath that route. Number 13 had no chance. That was Tyler Catula, the wide receiver for Sam Houston. No shot of getting open on that. North Texas takes it back, and from down by 4 and on defense to up by 3, just like that. A minute gone by here in the 3rd. Let's see if Sam Houston can respond back. The offense is certainly trying their darndest. Already back to North Texas's side of the 50, giving it to our big boy Mac Dunbar, the Mac truck. Look at the size of that lad. I gotta see, how big is he? He looked gigantic when he was running that ball for a gain of 20. I gotta pull up their depth chart because he just looks huge. He might not actually be, but he looks massive. Let's see. Dunbar, 6'2", 216-pound backfield threat halfback. Yeah, that's a big boy. We find Alec Kazam over there to the right, picking up a gain of 9, pushing Sam Houston into the red zone, looking to take this lead right back from the mean green. I do love those blackout uniforms. And there goes Dunbar. There goes the big man. He's got some jukes too, and he is not going to go down easy. Somehow stays up and fights his way in for the Sam Houston touchdown. There's that 6'2" frame fighting his way in there, giving Sam Houston that lead right back. Now let's take it over to Buffalo and Bowling Green. Buffalo finds themselves up by 7, 4 minutes left here in the 3rd, but Bowling Green has it at the 15-yard line, dropping back to pass. Winborn finds his guy right over the middle of the field, setting up a 1st and goal for the Falcons. Skip ahead a little bit here because nothing happens on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1, 5 wide. This has got to be a QB run for Winborn, you'd have to imagine. Very popular call out of 5 wide. Oh, that faked me out. I was just about to say, oh, no, it's not. But it is a QB draw. And that faked me out even having seen that clip before. I had to go through and actually clip these. I saw that. Okay, whatever. Touchdown Bowling Green, 14-14 game in that American Conference clash, and that is a big one because Buffalo still has the inside track to making the American Conference title game, but I think if they lose one more time, there is some potential for Navy to actually find their way into that one. This North Texas offense will not go down easy. They have got a nice answer drive going here already to Sam Houston's 37-yard line, down by 4. Been a couple runs mixed in there, some quick out passes. We're finding some things that are working here with this North Texas squad. That's definitely the hardest part of taking over one of these teams and using these teams that aren't very good. A lot of what you might do in a dynasty with like Alabama, any of the big boy, Ohio State, whatever, probably isn't going to work as well with a team like North Texas. You got to find who your guys are, who you can trust, and try to make sure those guys are getting the ball. That's what we do with ODU. We give it to Roche a ton. We give it to our tight end Olesh a ton, because we know those are our guys. They're going to get open. They're going to make some plays. So you got to get in here and find out who those guys are going to be for North Texas. So far, I've liked the looks of that halfback. Jaden Bex has made some nice plays. And Jaron Wheaton at number 81. Those have been the 2 stars so far to me for this North Texas offense. Now we're coming back out bunch strong. This has only been Y trail so far, so we'll see if we're mixing this up a little bit. No, it's Y trail again. We do have the drag, but there is a flag on the play. Wheaton wins on the drag, beats him to the pylon, but we can't be celebrating just yet because there is the freaking holding. I was just talking about it earlier. It seemed like they maybe turned those down a little bit, but comes back to bite North Texas there. Should have been a touchdown. Instead, it is a 3rd and 12. But so far, bunch strong offset has just been Y trail, and there's so many good plays in there. But we'll see. I think North Texas starts mixing up a few more things here towards the end of this game, but we'll find out. So we are going to be in man in there. There's Lockwood. That's our problem with running man with this squad. The verticals all looked pretty good, but that drag underneath is just, we just don't have the horses to cover routes like that. So a 1st and 10 North Texas, huge pickup after that really unfortunate holding penalty to keep this drive alive. Ball at the 23 now, about 40 seconds left in the half. North Texas looking to take this 3-point lead back, and we go right back. That's Mackenzie McGill, the 2nd on that carry. 4 attempts for 20 yards. He's not having too bad a day himself here. Both the 1-2 punch of this mean green backfield been showing up strong here. So now a 2nd and 1. I'm thinking RPOs here. Yeah, I think that's why we came down to user that hook. We were too worried about the RPO perhaps. And Mackenzie McGill, the 2nd, the double-headed monster of this North Texas backfield, punches in the touchdown, giving them the 3-point lead back here. 24 seconds left in the 3rd. Let's go check one more time. I do want to give some flowers to UAB and Cosmic Selector, one of our newest users here, just for running the Iowa offense, something a little bit different, and we want to see how effective this can be. This game hasn't been going great for him. He's down 30-13, but ball at the 38-yard line in a heavy power I formation. And this running back number 28, I'm going to take this one outside, turn on the jets. Oh, beautiful patience there on that run too, as Sam Houston, by the way. Sam Houston, oh my goodness, on the kick return with North Texas to go up by 3. Sam Houston just returns the kick right back in their face to take the 4-point lead right back. Let's see how this one opened up for him. Just right up the gut. Nobody on the mean green interested in making a play on that. And Bubba Hampton takes it to the house. I think that's number 6, Bubba Gump. Hampton takes the kick back for the touchdown. That's the danger of doing game breaks. Kickoff return for a touchdown. All right, let's again, I just want to highlight the patience here of this run, because I was really impressed by this. Now, it looks like we have the edge right away, but then we slow down right here, let them pick up those Rice defenders, and 28 takes it down the sideline for the UAB touchdown. Okay, my goodness, what a series of events we just had. Now we have the mean green looking to respond. We already just picked up a 3rd and 20 after another holding call. And I think this same play. So we got the Texas route going underneath. We hit the Texas route last time, so now the user has to respect it. So we hit the deep cross going over to the right and find, Robinson, 272 and a touchdown. That is Sean Guy over on the right there. That halfback angle. You have the crosser going to the right, the angle route coming from left to right. You got to make a choice depending on what defense you're in. Hit the Texas route the first time to pick up the 3rd and 20. Hit the crosser this time to pick up that 3rd down. North Texas now in the red zone, down by 4. I'm liking what we're seeing out of the old Ohio State playbook. Maybe use that bunch strong offset a little bit more. And I really think the runs out of offset week or box offset week are very, very good. We haven't seen that a whole heck of a lot. We've seen quite a bit of Y trail and some halfback angle. In spread Y slot week, we've seen this formation a few times here too, mixing in some of the runs, some of the screens, some RPOs. So I like the mix of plays we're seeing here out of spread. I'm still watching probably that screen over to the right now because that comes with that's an auto motion screen. So if he's not coming in motion, we don't have to worry about it. It is going to be Jaden Becks up the middle to pick up that first down, first and goal. Ball at the 5, North Texas. Can we take that 3-point lead back here? Coming out normal Y off close. I think the mesh out of here is good. The runs out of here are fine. There's a good little inside zone. There might be some more Ohio State specific stuff in here that I just don't fully remember. Looks like we're in. Is this just a cover 2 on defense? Using that deep half. We do get a penalty again down at the 1, but I think this one's gonna be on Sam Houston. It is another defensive holding. I swear, through the first 2.5 years of this dynasty, we've never seen a defensive holding. Now they're just all over the place. So we declined that to take the ball at the 1. I don't hate that. Just come out and goal line normal now. Got to watch QB sneak. Could be a toss. And play action pass out of here would be insane. But this could be the sneak. We got to use that middle linebacker and get down in that gap. Got to get right down in the A gap. Oh, that was a weird animation. He ended up 6 yards into the end zone, but they call him down at the 1. Not entirely sure what happened there. But it's a 3rd and goal at the 1. We're coming back out in our spread Y slot. Yeah, I wouldn't hate 60 out jacks here from goal line. With the hard flats, you're rushing the middle. We're going to go with the all-man coverage here from goal line, which isn't bad either. This should help watch that screen. Should be good run defense. We'll see. Oh, the outside corner came in and blitzed. Whoa, Jacoby. Wide open. We had so much room to throw that ball in there and have that be a completion and a touchdown. Instead, we send it into the first row. Don't even give our guy a shot. And now we got a 4th and goal at the 1. I wonder did we run commit on that last play maybe? I don't know, because that outside corner came hollering in there. 4th and goal at the 1. Sticking with the man. Got to follow that. See, I like what the user did there. You don't expect this halfback to sneak out. So we follow that drag, take away the quick throw. But North Texas does sneak a halfback out. Jaden Beck's going to the left flat there. Finds him wide open for the touchdown. 3-point lead now for North Texas. We'll throw it to another game break here. I'll keep eyes on this just in case something happens with the kickoff here again. A dislocated shoulder was that injury, by the way. That's got to hurt. But back to Colorado State and New Mexico State. Colorado State down by 4, 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Ball at their own 13. Big man blitz coming from New Mexico State, but we find our guy number 82, puts the jukes on, gets the user diving all over the place, and he is off to the races. Nobody on that New Mexico State defense is going to be able to catch up to him. An 87-yard touchdown for Colorado State to take a 3-point lead in that Mountain West showdown. Now let's see what Sam Houston can draw up here to try to take this lead back in this just crazy back and forth ball game. Going with an RPO. Woo, that was dicey. Oh boy. And Sam Houston facing a 4th and 3. Ball at their own 43. Yeah, with the way these offenses have been, I do feel like we got to go for it here. We can't just hand the ball back to North Texas. We got to try something here to keep our offense on the field. Going with some option routes. Intercepted. Starling, again, the star of the North Texas defense, gets his 2nd pick 6 of the day. And see, this is my problem with option routes, because I feel like we threw this potentially. I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what you were thinking, Woe Twice. But I would throw this thinking he's sitting, because this is an option route where he's either going to go upfield and sit right here or take it outside. And if he goes and just sits right here, that's a first down for Sam Houston. So I don't know if we throw through that anticipating him sitting or after he broke. Either way, that is a pick 6, and North Texas is going to take the 2-score lead here with 2.5 to go. Just what a game. I mean, very impressed with North Texas's Ohio State offense, and the defense stepping up and making 2 huge plays in this game that has been has 100% been the difference. We'll throw another, I think we got 2 game breaks left. Let's go Buffalo and Bowling Green. Buffalo up by 4, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. 3rd and inches, ball at Bowling Green's 32-42. Looking to put this one away, and the audible here. So we're in goal line. First we had kind of a stretch out to the right. Instead we go inside to the left, and what a decision that was by 864 Gaming. Takes the inside run all the way to the house, locks up the victory for Buffalo, setting up a huge clash in week 13 against the Navy midshipmen. And one last chance here for Sam Houston, down by 10, still 2 minutes to go, but we got to put up points in a hurry with how this North Texas offense has been playing. Dropping back to pass here, looking over the middle, and another big play. The North Texas defense, yeah, they gave up quite a few points. Oh my goodness. Quite the hurdle attempt there by Mr. Scott after that interception. But yeah, I mean, North Texas defense gave up points, but boy did they make plays when it really mattered. 2 pick sixes. That interception is gonna seal the game. There's a few more scores I think from each team, but North Texas is going to get their debutant victory here in this one. Speaking of getting victories, one last game break, 6 seconds left. Colorado State up by 3. New Mexico State 4th and 2, ball at the 3-yard line, and we are not settling for overtime. We don't do that here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. We are going to go for it. We are going to go for the win. Going with an RPO here, motioning that flat over. Looks like kind of an RPO read, you know, wheel kind of play. Look for the wheel to RB. The Colorado State defender has no idea what's going on. He just stands there and watch that ball sail right over his head. So that is going to do it for our game of the week presentation here in week 12. Let's go through everything that happened here this week so we can get all caught up as we head into our final full week. It's week 13. So we will just go through our conferences here. American Conference, Army gets the CPU win against UConn and locks up bowl eligibility for the Black Knights. Marshall 42-9 victory over Western Kentucky. We'll look over the conference standings and see how everything is shaken before we head out of here. Buffalo and Bowling Green, they had tried to play a few times. I think it was Buffalo was having some struggles with their internet. Eventually they got it figured out the next day, so it took a few times, but Buffalo gets in there and gets that win, puts them to 5-1. And actually, I don't know, we'll check the conference standings. Toledo takes care of business against Temple. Toledo ranked number 9 now, 11-0 in the country, 6-0 in the American. As of right now, we have 4 teams in the playoff, which is pretty exciting. In year 3, for the teams we took over to have a potential 4 teams in the playoff would be awesome. So in Conference USA, Louisiana, one of the teams, ranked number 7 in the country, 11-0, takes care of business there against Louisiana Tech, a good rivalry game for the Ragin' Cajuns there. Texas State beats up on Southern Miss, that option offense. When it goes bad, it goes bad. When it goes well, it goes great. But when it goes bad, it goes bad. Texas State, number 14 in the country, 11-0. Huge game in week 13 between them and Louisiana. They've locked up facing each other in the Conference USA title game. But for playoff implications, that is actually going to be a big game. Rice wins that one against UAB, 44-23. And North Texas ends up winning this one, 52-42. Very high scoring, very fun game. We'll take a quick look at the box score. 830-ish yards of total offense between the two. Over 100 plays ran. Both teams over 100 yards rushing. Both teams right around 300 yards passing. It's not just the turnovers. It's that North Texas got those 2 pick sixes. That was the big difference in this game. But shout out to Woe Twice and to A. Again, if you have something else you'd like me to call you in the future, please let me know about it. Mountain West, we got Tulsa taking down San Diego State. Game was definitely much closer than the score indicates. This was, I want to say it was 28-14. San Diego State had a seam streak that could have been a touchdown. His quarterback, I think, overthrew it, or his guy dropped it. Something happened. Really swung events towards Tulsa's side. But Tulsa, as of right now, is one of those playoff teams as well. Number 10 in the country, 10-1 in the Mountain West. Looking to lock up their spot in the Mountain West title game, but there's a few things. There's a big game in week 13 coming up here in the Mountain West. Utah State should be, no, they are definitely in the Mountain West title game. They beat UNLV 31-7, are defending national champions, look to be making another run. New Mexico State, we saw them take that win against Colorado State, and shout out again, I feel like I'm really slurping this guy, but to take 57 overall New Mexico State and have them being 6-5 and 3-3 in the Mountain West in user games, very impressive job by New Mexico State. Oregon State beats Fresno State, setting up a massive Week 13 game between Oregon State and Tulsa. Very much looking forward to that one. In our Sun Belt, we had ourselves, of course, Old Dominion took care of business against Appalachian State and locked up our spot in the Sun Belt title game. This is going to be a force win for FIU. They actually played in another Dynasty this same week, is that whoever wins that one can win this one too. FIU won in that one, so they're getting the win in this one. James Madison, our Sun Belt Conference champion opponent, beats Georgia State 52-28, and the USF is going to get the force win in this one as Georgia Southern was out of town. So that's how the whole week 12 went in terms of conference standings and what is on the line here in week 13. In the Sun Belt, nothing. We're gonna have Georgia State is playing FIU. So one of them will be 5-2, the other will be 4-3 in conference. Even if we lose to USF in week 13, we'll be at 5-2, and we've beat both of these teams, so we have the tiebreaker there. It is going to be James Madison against Old Dominion for the Sun Belt Conference Championship. In the American, we do have some potential here as Buffalo plays Navy in week 13, and then Navy still has to play Army. So if Navy wins out, they are in the American Conference Championship against Toledo. If they drop one of their last two games, it will be Buffalo against Toledo. So some Navy with a negative 24 point differential still has a shot in the American Conference. I was just going to look. So they beat they beat Sam Houston twice in that first game, lost to Oregon State, lost to us. I was wondering where that point differential come from. It must just, won a lot of close games. Beat Bowling Green by 3, beat Temple by 4, lost to Notre Dame by 4. A CPU at Notre Dame, that's a tough game. We do play these on Heisman difficulty. So they did play Toledo already, lost by 14. Okay. So it's going to, either Buffalo or Navy against Toledo for the American Conference crown. Conference USA, 6-0 Louisiana, 6-0 Texas State. They play each other in week 13. We'll play again for the Conference USA title game after that. The Mountain West, Utah State has already beaten Tulsa and Oregon State, so they are locked in to the Mountain West title game. Tulsa will be playing Oregon State in week 13 for the right to rematch against Boulder and Utah State. So there is still a little bit on the line here in week 13, not as much drama as we've had in years past, but still a few things for us to keep an eye on, especially with the playoff implications on the line. If we look at the current CFP bracket, we have got 4 teams in there, and we'd have 2 user games in round 1 with Toledo taking on Utah State and Tulsa taking on Louisiana. Which if we can get 4 user teams in the playoff, I'd be thrilled with that. I'm not going to go through and force loss anybody. I'm not going to do anything like that. Whatever happens, let the chips fall where they may. But overall, I think we got some potential here come playoff time. Here is the Heisman Trophy rankings I was talking about earlier. Georgia State's KJ Jackson sitting in first right now. Toledo quarterback AJ Maddox just fell from number 1 this past week, sitting at number 2 to Texas State Bobcats. Representing for a guy, Crayon Eater, sitting in 3rd and 4th with his wide receiver Tristan Brown, quarterback House Henney, and Bethel Roman. We saw him make a few plays in that game. Understandable why he is in this top 5. So that is our full wrap up here as we head into the final full week of the regular season. We still have Army Navy week after that. Then we'll have some conference championships, which each one will get its own game of the week. We won't have any game breaks unless there's some blowouts. Maybe then we'll just include them as game breaks and other things. But we'll see how the game goes. So next up, we will have our user game against USF after this. Then we'll have our game of the week of week 13. Hopefully it's either going to be Navy versus Buffalo or Tulsa against Oregon State, assuming those are close games, or else we might have to do some just game break treatment on those. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you then. Until then, take it easy.